Hi, welcome into my channel. Firestorm Shan here. Hope you all are doing well. Okay, I'm sitting here and I hear Spirit say, all right, we're in the throes with it now. We're in the throes with it now. And so I was like, ooh, what's that mean? The fight is on, the race is on. I'm hearing a song. The race is on, and here comes pride in the backstretch. Heartache coming on the inside. All right. Try not to fall. Try not to fall. We're in the throes of it. We're going to have to fight through something, okay? I also heard another completely song by Robert Plant, and it's I'm in the mood for a melody. I'm in the mood for a melody. I'm in the mood. So something about changing your mood. Things can feel a little intense. Okay, it is a full moon. All right, it is in Capricorn this weekend. It is also the hottest day of the year here in Texas. It's heat advisories all weekend long. So we're in the throes of it. Okay, there's nothing you can do about it. The race is on, the heat is on. It's just now this time's to push through it. But there's something about, how we respond. You know, I'm in the mood for a melody is a very calming, relaxing song. It's just about making the choice to be peaceful and calm and ride out the wave and just, ride out the heat wave, ride out whatever's going on because it's expansive. Whatever's happening is big because we have Jupiter in Cancer moving into Leo right now. We have Chiron, the wounded healer that just moved into Taurus. We've got a Mercury retrograde that starts in 2 days. Lots of communication bumps are happening already. People returning from the past already. We're in the throes of it, folks. It's already happening. The ball is already running. Okay, so there's nothing you can do to stop it now. There's no looking back. There's no turning back. There's no turning back time. Hearing share there. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'd take back those words that hurt you, and then I'd say it's too late. You can't take some things back that you said. All right. All you can do is apologize if for anything, and if the other person wants to receive it, and then that's great. If they don't want to, they don't have to, because that's our free will. And people have their own ways of healing and protecting their energies. So let's go ahead, Holy Spirit, guides and angels. What is going on? We are in the throes of it now. Give us some messages for the collective using the good tarot. So we're going to bring out the good stuff. All right. All right, we're just gonna stay in the mood for a melody, stay chill, ride through these waves, run through it, riding the storm out. I'm hearing riding the storm out. Around us in the United States, we're in a super El Nino, and it's a quite interesting thing because there's this big bubble, heat bubble over top of Central Texas and Northeast Texas, where we live, and there's rain all around us. So imagine a big dome. It's a heat dome, and it's holding all this rain off, but all around us, all over the United States, you guys are getting plummeted with rain. All right, lots of it. Texas is huge, so I think South Texas is getting rain. I think West Texas is getting rain. It's just this bubble area right here. It's a dome, they call it. So anyway, we're in the throes of it now. I feel like it's interesting because we have the World Cup going on. It happened here. It's been going on um, with the soccer thingy, and it's been going on for this last week. It's going to be going on till July the 4th. It makes me think about weather modification, you guys. Who put that dome into place to keep us being the only ones that aren't getting rained out on all of our sports? Come on. I believe in weather modification. I think it's quite interesting that how everybody's getting all this weather, but we're not. Messenger of air. So this is the truth. Okay. This is higher minded, higher thinking. This is high technology. This is stuff in the air. We're talking about the air right now, how there's a dome around us. So I believe that that's the truth. And that might be a difficult message for truth to some people who don't believe in weather modifications, but there's plenty of evidence out there, scientific evidence and proof that it does exist. The intention of it is to create water and rain in areas that don't get it. So it is a very real thing. There's a plant that's been studying this for a very long time. up in Alaska. Oh God, I'm seeing their name, but it's not coming to me. Hang on. Harpa. 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 Yes, it was a real thing. So, but we, with the superpowers being, can have so much power in this world that we can use these weapons for our own benefit. So I honestly feel that's the truth with the messenger of air coming through here. Yeah, for sure. All right, moving forward. What else do you have for us, Spirit? We're in the throes of it now. We're in the throes of it now. There ain't no getting out. What are we in the throes of? We're in the throes of transformation. Number 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. This has got to do with your stability, your foundation. Your foundation is being transformed at this time. Beautiful, beautiful card. I love that. Beautiful. So this is Scorpio energy. Something's coming to an end so that it can be changed, transformed. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Like we're transforming the sky instantly. And then we have the Four of Air again, more Mercury energy. Four of Air is a card of needing healing. So working together with the elements to create a safe place to transform is what we're dealing with right now. We're in the throes of transformation and healing at this time, and there's nothing you can do to stop it now. This is beautiful, okay? It's not a negative reading, it's a very positive reading. Tell us more, okay? We're in the throes of what else does this look like for us? All right, we're in the throes of the 8 of fire. Ooh, wee. Lots of passionate communications, messages, action. It is a very an indication of moving on and traveling passionately, feeling inspired. That's a koala bear. I'm not sure what the spirit animal of koala bear means. Let's look it up. Let's see. Spirit animal, koala bear, tantum meaning. A koala bear is a spirit animal throwing a temper tantrum. Might seem completely out of character of those notoriously sleepy, gentle creatures. However, when a koala does not throw a fit, usually over territory or other prime tree branches, it is a famously dramatic, resulting in a surprising loud demonic shrieks. Whoa! Whoa! Now this is Sagittarius energy, and it can be passionate messages of love or hate. And this is saying a temper tantrum. Something's being transformed. We're in the throes of it. I was seeing fists being thrown. So, wow. Be ready for that. Be ready for the fight. They're gentle until they're provoked. So, you could be getting provoked. I know all about this. People who do that, they provoke you to bring you to anger. The Bible says we're supposed to provoke each other to good works, not to anger. So there is an energetic, manipulative tactic that some folks can take to try to get you in a negative energy field so you can't manifest, and they'll steal from you what you're trying to manifest at this time through passionate messages. And then this one says, somebody's sending so many messages that it's provoking another person to anger. So we need to be key for that, watching out for that. This needs to be healed and transformed. Okay. All right. So we're moving on to real life things, not like worldly events, weather events. We're moving on to real life transactions here that we're having between one another with our words and our communications. How are we speaking to each other? How are we talking to each other? That needs to be transformed in some way, shape, or form. And sometimes I don't think we always realize exactly how we sound. Now, I love my Sagittariuses. I love my Scorpios. I'm just going to be like this, though. You two signs, because you can be one and the same because of the cusping energies of being so close to each other. But a Sagittarius, especially the truth teller, Scorpio tends to have trust issues, and Sagittarius wants to be the truth teller, and they don't usually always have the best way, the tactical way of saying things. Sometimes they'll just spat things off. That's why they are known as the Eight of Wands in the Tarot. They can have a lot of opinions and philosophies that they want to talk about. And so they want to take action on that. That's so, you've got Scorpio here, you got Sag here. Okay. I'm not picking on zodiac signs. I'm talking about, I've got a Scorpio moon and a Sagittarius rising. Okay. I'm not picking on zodiac signs. I am being completely honest. There are times I don't realize the way I sound when I'm talking to my spouse. And I'm having a vision of when I first married him and I were walking through a garden center, and it was owned by an old couple. I want to say old because they were a old man, old woman, and this old woman was so mean the way she talked to her husband. She wasn't very patient. Sagittarius energy coming out again. 14. We've got 13 and 14. There is going to be something that happens that changes and transforms your mind, the way you speak, the way that you communicate. It's going to be looking much more patient and kind, okay? They're asking us to have more patience, to slow down a little bit, to choose our words wisely. That little old woman, the way she was talking to her husband, I remember saying to myself, oh God, I hope when I get old, I never talk to my husband like that. I don't even think she hears herself anymore. And now I've had a situation just last week where I went, do you remember whenever you said you never want to talk to your husband like that? Listen to you. Sometimes we're getting to where, because, every married couple fights. We've been married 28 years. So now we're getting to where we got this little recording device. And if we get really stupid when we're arguing with our passionate messages of love or hate, we'll record each other and play it back. And then we'll laugh afterwards. We'll say, God, how stupid did we sound? Oh my gosh. Like, some people get mad when you record them. And yeah, because, you really, when you're angry, you got a false mask on. You're sending out all this rage, but that's not really who you are. You're just angry and you're frustrated. But when you calm down, you don't feel that way anymore. So you always later on, you say, I didn't say that, or I didn't do that, because in the heat of the moment and the passion of the moment, you did say that. You just already forgot because things have calmed down. The heat is on, but we're in the throes of it now. It is time to change and transform the way that we talk to each other and communicate with each other. We need to use communication that is more healing. And that's not easy because, oh my gosh, I'm hearing your mama jokes like, I love my husband. I swear I love him, but he was raised on the streets of Cincinnati, Ohio. And when I first met him, everything was a your mama's joke, or it was some sort of punk ass insult that was supposed to just be funny, but it wasn't. And I would always tell him that's where that provoking people to anger thing comes into place, because you don't even know you're doing it. When you're raised on the streets, you're provoked constantly. So you have to go in there as an adult and heal that part of you that was provoked to anger. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing for us, folks. They want us to look at our communication. I'm going to close out the reading. Those are our messages. We're in the throes of it the now. It is a full moon in Capricorn this weekend. And so just be ready for anything that could happen. Use kindness with your words and patience. Until next time. Bye.